Hello, dear students. Hope you all are fine and staying at home and continuing your studies at home. You know that we are passing through a very difficult time, so we can't meet you in classes right now, but our online classes are going on. So you should attend those classes attentively and follow the instructions of your teachers. So I'm your English teacher again with you with our English classes. Today is the second part of our grammatical discussion on right forms of verbs. In our first part, we discussed about 8 rules of right forms of verbs, and I hope that you have studied those rules attentively at home. And if you got any practice book or published by various publications, I think you have done some of the exercises in the of those books. Those exercises will be very much helpful for you for your exams and for your better understanding. And while doing those exercises, if you face any problem, feel free to contact me, and you can also mail me or put your comments on the comment section. Now we move with our today's main discussion, the right forms of verbs. Now, in our earlier classes, we discussed 8 rules. Now, today we'll start from rule number 9. So, rule number 9 is about the passive voice. And if you read the rules, you see that if the subject of a sentence is not the doer of action, that means if the subject in a sentence is displaced, then it is most often it is passive voice, and the doer is may remain silent or may remain hidden. So in that case, that sentence is passive voice. Passive voice, the rule of passive voice applies there. Now consider the example: mobile phones use in bracket not only in cities but also in the rural areas. Now here you see that in this sentence the subject is mobile phones. Usually mobile phones cannot be a subject in a sentence, and if it becomes a subject in a sentence, this type of things become a subject in that in the sentence. That so you should perceive that the sentence is in passive voice, and the doer or the main subject is in hidden mode. Now, how this is, what is the solution of this exercise? Here you see mobile phones are used. Why R is used? Because phones is plural, that's why R is used here. Mobile phones are used not only in cities but also in rural areas. So here you see mobile phone has become the subject here. Usually mobile phones is object in any sentence, but here it is it has become subject. That's why where is the actual subject? Who uses the mobile phone? We, the people. So we use mobile phone. Here we is not mentioned here. That means we is hidden. We or the genuine subject is hidden here. That's why this is passive voice. And in passive voice, the structure of passive voice, mobile phones, after that the be verb comes and the main verb appears. So mobile phones are used not only in cities but also in rural areas. That means people use mobile phone not only in cities but also in rural areas. Here people or we is the subject, and this subject becomes object in passive voice, and this object is not mentioned, it is hidden. Now we move to another examples of rule 9. The work already finished. The work already finished. Here the same thing happening. Work becomes the subject, and and it says that the work already done, the work done. Who is the doer of the work? The workers are the doer of the work. So the workers are the workers are not mentioned here. This is hidden. So you see, again you see the object becomes the subject. That's why this is also passive voice, and the rule of passive voice applies here. The work has already been finished. When you see the word already, in that case we usually use present perfect tense. That's why the rule of present perfect is applied here, and the passive voice is also applied here. So what is the solution? The work has already been finished. That means the work is done already, and who has done the work? The workers. Another example, the Taj Mahal built in bracket in the 17th century. Taj Mahal. In this sentence, who is the doer is not is less important, but what is done, that is more important. So what is done? The Taj Mahal has been done. The Taj Mahal has been built. So this information is more important here rather than the doer or the builder of the Taj Mahal. How many people built that Taj Mahal is less important here. The prominent information is about Taj Mahal. That's why this come to the front. The Taj Mahal in bracket built in the 17th century. That means this is past tense will be used here, and obviously the rule of passive voice is used. That's why the Taj Mahal was built in the 17th century. This is happening in the remote past. That's why the Taj Mahal was built in the 17th century is used. We move on. Two more examples of the same rule. We can consider the first one, the our environment in bracket pollute in various ways. So this type of sentence pattern, the what you are seeing in under the rule 9. So this type of sentence pattern will appear before you frequently in your text, in your exams. So you should master this type of sentence pattern very, very well for your better understanding. Our environment in bracket pollute in various ways. That means our environment has become the subject here. So if this type of in this type of sentences, what we see, the rule of passive voice is applied. So you can use this rule undoubtedly here. Our environment is polluted, or you can use continuous sense here, is being polluted in various ways by us. So here by us is remained hidden. So by us is actually the subject. The sentence is usually like this, the original sentence: we pollute our environment in various ways. Just consider this sentence, and you can write this sentence in your khata. We pollute our environment in various ways, and if we make this passive voice, the passive voice becomes like this: our environment is polluted in various ways, and by us is in the bracket. This is inert, this is hidden. It is not usually mentioned by us. The next example, this is here you see year 1967 is mentioned. That means is an incident of past. That's why yeah, it is done in this way. Our school was established in 1967. Past tense is used and passive voice is also used, and using these two rules you can easily make a solution to this exercise. Now rule 10. Now here you see nearly 8 to 10 words here, back of words. is given. If time is not mentioned in the given sentence, and if the adverbs like this, all these words are adverbs. If you see these adverbs in your exercise in your book, you will how will make a solution to those exercises we will discuss in rule 10. Always, usually, sometimes, often, generally, occasionally, regularly, daily, normally, every day. So if these words you get in your exercises, these how we solve these exercises. Here you see, I always get up early in the morning. If I use always or normally, that means it's a regular practice, it's a habit, or we do it on regular basis. That's why we use present indefinite tense. Whenever we use regularly, always, normally, this type of words or those adverbs, we use present indefinite tense. Here you see, I always get up is as it is not changed. I always get up early in the morning. That means it is my habit that I always get up early in the morning. So present indefinite tense is used here. We normally not waste our time. So we normally that means it's our habit, or it's our day-to-day life. We go on this way. What is our natural behavior, uh, that we do not waste our time. That's why how we have uh, made solution to this. We normally do not waste our time. Not waste is used, so you add do not waste our time. And if you get we normally in bracket waste our time, then how we make solution to this? We normally waste our time. So uh, present one noticeable thing is that we use present indefinite tense in this case. We normally do not waste our time, or we normally waste our time. Whatever you write, make sure that you are using the present indefinite tense in this case, because is our regular habit or practice. The next example is in interrogative form. You attend your classes regularly. That means someone is making you a question. Someone is asking about um, uh, your classes, whether you attend your classes regularly or not. So how do we ask this type of questions? Do you attend your classes regularly? So the word do becomes in the front. Do you attend your classes regularly? Again, we are using the present indefinite tense. Next example, he usually, in bracket, go to office on foot. On foot means by walking. So he does not use vehicles for going to school, office. He goes there on foot. So it is his usual practice, is everyday practice. So again, we are using present indefinite. That's why he usually goes to school office on foot. Next example we can consider. Uh, Sometimes Salma not drink milk. Sometimes. So when sometimes is used, that means it is her nature, that it is her usual practice that she doesn't drink milk. That's why we have used present indefinite tense here. What Salma does? What's her behavior, natural behavior? So she does not drink milk. Usually she does not drink milk. That's why we have used does not. So again, we have used present indefinite in this case. So now again, new rule number 11. If the following words are mentioned in the given sentence, the present perfect tense is used. So in our earlier rule, we have seen that present indefinite, how present indefinite is used for some certain words. And now we will see how present perfect is used for some words. If you see these words, just now recently already, ever, never, lately, yet. So this type of words come to you in given sentences, then you can use the present perfect without any confusion. So how we can use now? Let's consider these examples. Recently, I, in bracket, write a book on grammar. Recently, very recently. That means we can use, we should use the present indefinite tense here. Recently, I have written a book on grammar. That means within a month or within a week or within 3 or 4 days, I have written a book on grammar. It's a very recent phenomena. So I have used the present perfect tense here. She just go out. What will be here? She has just gone out. She has just gone out. That means within 2 or 1 minute, she has just gone out. So again, we are using present perfect tense. I not see her lately. So according to the rule, you can use present perfect. I have not seen her lately. Already, the signal word, you see, the clue word is already here in this the example. The film in bracket release already. So you can use present perfect and write the film has been released already. Ever. Have you ever in bracket go to Nepal? That means have you gone to Nepal? This is like this. Have you ever gone to Nepal? So in this is a question, interrogative question sentence. So in that case, we will make solution according to the rule and use the present perfect here. Have you ever? We'll keep the word ever, and after ever we will use gone. So this we can solve these sentences using the present perfect. Now another rule. This is rule 12. I think you have no problem in understanding. So far, I have discussed from rule 9 to rule 11, and read these rules very closely, very attentively at home. And if you find any difficulty, you can ask your problems in the comment box. Now, rule 12. If the following words appear in the given sentence present, now again we are using present continuous. Why do we should use present continuous? Gradually, day by day, if these words appear in the text in your given sentence, then you can use the present continuous. These are the clue words. If you get these clue words, then you can use the present continuous tense. Gradually, day by day, at this moment, now, still, at present. So all these 6 words denote the fact that these are all about present situation. That's why present continuous is used while these clue words come to your exercise. Now consider this example. Gradually our climate in bracket change. Gradually. Gradually means step by step. Slowly, slowly. Our climate, how this is changing gradually. So when you see the word gradually, you can make use the present continuous format here. So what should you write? Gradually our climate is changing. This is how you should solve this problem, this sentence exercise. Next example, our economic condition deteriorate. This is this may be a new word to you. Deteriorate. That means worsening. That means going down situation, not getting better. Rather, situation is going down, or situation is worsening. That is not improving. The situation is not improving. So what is the Antonym of improving. Our economic condition is not improving day by day. So we can use the word deteriorate. That means going down, or the situation is getting worse day by day. That worse is mentioned by deteriorate. The word deteriorate is used to mean the negative situation or worse situation. So we use whenever we see our signal word day by day, then we can use the present continuous in this case. So what should be the solution to this exercise? We can use present continuous without any confusion. Their economic condition is deteriorating day by day. Two more examples under this rule. They not watch in bracket TV now. Now, what they are doing, they are not watching TV now. So whenever you see now here, then you can use not watching here. So these types of sentences will come in your exam and in your text. So these rules, these grammatical rules will help you to understand the meaning of those sentences here. When you will start reading your text, you will come across this type of rules in your text. So I have chosen this topic before I start discussing my text. So for your better understanding, so that you can understand your text better. So these rules will help you to understand your text and get a clear idea about your text. Next example, he is still, the signal word is still here. He is still working bracket in that office. So what will be the solution? He's still working in that office. You have added ing, and this is the solution. Yeah, he's still working. That means he is now working in that office. Still he's working in that office. That's why we have used ing, my present continuous format here. Now rule number 13. In the given sentences, if the following words, the past indefinite tense. Now, why you should use past indefinite tense? If these 7 words come in your given sentence, then you can use the past indefinite tense. Yesterday, the previous day, last, ago, before, long since, long ago. Long since, all this refer to past incident. So that's why past indefinite tense is used. Now, consider the first example. I did not sleep. I not sleep last night. Last night. The signal word is last night. So you can use the past indefinite. I did not sleep last night. I did not sleep. It's a clear past indefinite tense. A simple example of past indefinite, and I hope that you have got the structure in your mind, and about the structure of past indefinite tense. That structure, very common structure of past indefinite, is applied here. And how this is done? I did not sleep last night. Very simple and clear. Again, another example, he leave in bracket the hostel yesterday. That means he was the past form of leave, left. Left is the past form. He left the hostel yesterday. He is not in the hostel today. He left the hostel. Already he has left. He left the hostel yesterday. He left not today. Yesterday he left. That's why very certainly we have used past indefinite here. Another example, I visit in bracket the Sundarbans in 2004. So the signal word is here 2004. So it's an phenomena. It's a phenomena of 16 years ago. So certainly you can use past indefinite. I visited the Sundarbans in 2004. Remote past. It happened in 16 years ago. So very certainly you can use past indefinite. Again, another example. And what voice is used here? Here you see subject. The book is the subject. So whenever the book becomes a subject, then you can easily perceive, you can easily guess about the sentence structure, what voice is used here. And that then here you also see the signal word is 3 years ago. That means it is a past incidence. So keeping in mind these two formats, these two clues, the one is the book is here. So this is not a passive voice cannot be used here, and you cannot use present tense here. So just make a combination of two clues here and do the solution. What will be the solution? The book was published 3 years ago. Who published the book? The certainly the publisher or the author. They published the book. So the publisher is not mentioned here. This is not very important to mention who is the publisher. Rather, the important information is the book was published 3 years ago. So book is important here. That's why the book becomes a subject and passive voice is used. Now, rule 14. This is very important rule for you, and you'll get such examples, such questions in your exam very frequently. If the first part of the following linkers is in the present tense, so these are the linkers, and that means it connects two parts of sentence, two ideas in a sentence. Past tense is used in the later part. So first part, if the first part of the sentence that can be either present indefinite or present perfect, the past tense is used in the later part. The later part will be in past tense. Now let's consider some examples and just memorize the sentences or the clue words or the linkers: since, time, high time, as if, as though. So these five, whenever you see these five in your sentence, in your exercise, so keep in mind to follow, to apply the rule. Now let's see. It's 10 years since they left the village. It is 10 years since they left the village. It's a very common sentence structure. It will you will get this structure in your admission test also. This type of sentence will appear in your university admission test also. So you should practice this type of sentences. So, it is 10 years since they left the village. That means they left the village before 10 years. Suppose today this is 2020, so they left the village in 2010. This is what the sentence means. So in that case, it is 10 years since. Since is the clue word, is the linker. Then you can usually without any further confusion, you can use the past tense. It is 10 years since they left the village. Again, another example. 20 years have passed. 20 years have passed since he died. That means he died 20 years ago. He died in 2000 in the year 2000, and now this is 2020. So if you get such sentence patterns, you can use past indefinite tense. 20 years have passed since he died. Again, another example. It is high time we, in brackets, stop cutting trees. It is high time. very important topic. This very important sentence pattern is this for you. This is high time. That means it is the right time. What should we do? We stopped cutting trees. This is the sentence pattern, and we usually use past indefinite tense in these cases. Next, he talks as if or as though. You can use both. um, um, both are same, means both. As if or as though means the same thing. As if he to be a minister. He's not a minister, but he talks like a minister. So this is the sense of this sentence. He talks as if he were a minister. He is not actually a minister, but his talking is like a minister. So in this type of sentences, we use past tense. And this is the only example where we use were after he. Usually we use was after he, but in this type of sentence we use were. So this is very exceptional sentence pattern, and you should keep this pattern in your mind. And in your example, usually in your admission test, you'll get such sentence. Now rule 15. If the first part of the following linkers is in past indefinite tense, past perfect is used in the later part. Now this is a more advanced form of the earlier sentence pattern. In the earlier pattern, we studied how to use past indefinite. Now we will see if these three linkers are used, how we can use past perfect in the later part. Since, as if, as though. So if we use, if you get these three linkers in your given sentence, so you can use past perfect. So this is very important for your exams, for your admission test also. Now consider the first one. It was 10 years since they, in bracket, go to England. It was 10 years. So if the earlier part is in past indefinite, so the later part will be in past perfect. This is the rule. So in the earlier part, this is you get in past indefinite, so you can certainly use past perfect in the later part. So it was 10 years since is the linker here, since they had gone to England. Clear and simple. Just memorize this rule and make exercise, more and more exercise using this rule, and then this will be in your mind permanently, and you'll not make any mistake using this rule. She behaved as though she, in bracket, do nothing. She behaved, the earlier part, the first part is in past indefinite. That's why the later part will be undoubtedly in past perfect. She behaved as though she had done nothing. The next example is follows the same pattern. He behaved as if nothing happened. So you can use past perfect pattern here. Nothing had happened. Now up to now we have discussed some grammatical rules regarding right forms of verbs, and some more rules we have discussed today. Hope you will practice these rules at home and read these rules frequently for your better understanding. And if you may have lack of problems in understanding, so if you face any problem, feel free to contact me and let me know your problem areas, and I will make those clear for you. So read those, whatever I have so far I have discussed today, and look at the examples very closely, repeatedly, several times, practice these examples, and hope you will get it in your mind. You'll get these examples you will find these examples very helpful for you to understand the rules, and you can use these examples in your own way, and you can make more sentences using the rules. And also practice the exercises in your exercise book or the various model questions or guidebooks that are available in market, and collect those exercise tools, exercise books, and make and do exercise at home. And while doing those exercises, if you face trouble in problems, you can contact me. Now, as I have stated you, as I have told you earlier, that we'll practice some vocabulary, 5 to 10 vocabulary every day, and we also will practice some new phrases every day, and these vocabulary and phrases you'll need at your HSC level. And also in your admission test, you'll find that these words are very much helpful for you. And make sure that you study these new words every day. At least 2 or 3 or 4 new words you should memorize every day, and with their use, how you should know how to use these words in your sentences. And not that you'll learn these words separately, but should learn these words in context. That means you should learn, you should know, you should have that capacity to use these words in sentences. Now the first word is beneficial, very common word. I think many of you know this word, beneficial. Beneficial. This book is beneficial for me. Or whenever we say that cows are beneficial to us, that means very much helpful for us. Beneficial means helpful. So in this example I have used as an example here, cycling is very much beneficial to health. That means cycling is something that adds some positive aspects to our health. That means it is helpful for our health. So beneficial means helpful. Next word is a great deal. A great deal. This is a phrase. A great deal means highly or huge. For example, we can say he has made a great deal of money, or a great deal of exercise or effort. A great deal of effort is needed to perform this task. That means huge, a lot of. A great deal means huge or a lot of. Then another word, backward looking, forward looking. And in these two words, hyphen is used. Don't forget to use this hyphen in these complex words. Sorry, these are compound words. Backward looking. In our day-to-day life, we say that he has backward looking mentality. That means his attitude, his mentality is not modern. That means he has backdated ideas, backdated thinking. So in that cases, we use backward looking. That means which is not progressive. So which is not progressive, that is backward looking, backward thinking, backward ideas, backward looking. So he is a backward looking fellow. If I say that he is a backward looking fellow, that means he is not a modern guy. Again, the antonym of this is forward looking. That means modern or progressive, forward looking. His ideas are very much forward looking. So you can this type of you can use these words in these sentences. Next word, authentic. Very common word, very important word, authentic. Authentic means real or genuine or true, authentic. For example, I can use this in sentences like, I have got the news from authentic source. That means I have got this news from a genuine source. That is, my information is not false. I have got it from a reliable source. So authentic means genuine or reliable or true. Then another word, assault. Assault. Assault means attack or beating or physical attack. The man was assaulted in the street. This type of sentence you'll find in newspapers also. And this assault is in your textbook also. Assault means physical attack. And I have already told you the sentence, how you should use this in your sentence, in your writing. Next word, appetite. Appetite, this is noun. Appetite means desire for food. For example, you have completed your dinner and you have no wish for further meal or further food. So you are not empty stomach now. That means you do not have appetite for food. So if you say that the scenario is like this, just imagine the scenario. In a hotel, you're taking food, and after taking food, when you have no appetite, and in that case, if someone offers you some more items, then you can say, oh, sorry, I have no appetite now. So that is appetite. That means you don't have any desire to take further food. That is called appetite. Another word, incredible. Incredible means unbelievable. For example, if a weak student gets 100 out of 100 in an exam, and you know that he's very much weak, and that it is very tough for him to get 40 or 50 in that exam. So if a student gets 100 out of 100 in exam, and that performance is really incredible, so in that means, in that case, incredible is unbelievable. That is, which is very tough to believe, very difficult to believe. Incredible. Here, in is prefix. In, the word in is prefix, and in comes before credible and forms incredible. I will discuss prefix and suffix in another class, and that will be, make you clear about prefix and suffix, and this is very much important topic, prefix and suffix, for vocabulary. So incredible is the incredible, in the word incredible, in is prefix, and that prefix comes before credible. Credible means believable. So when in comes before credible, and it totally changes the meaning of credible. So this is the function of prefix, that prefix adds and may add something new to the word, and sometimes it changes the word totally. Next word is intense. Intense, very common word, very important words, and you need to know this word in your HSC level. Intense means high, intense heat. How is the heat? We are suffering because of intense heat. That means the heat is very high, about 44 or 45 degrees Celsius temperature. That type of temperature is very much intense. So intense means high, intense. His suffering is very intense. The sentence can be like this: his suffering is very intense. How is he suffering? This is adjective. How is he suffering? His suffering is intense. That means very highly he's suffering. Another next phrase is pass away. Very common phrase in our day-to-day life. We usually use this in our both spoken and writing. Pass away means to die. If I say that the man passed away last night, that means the man died last night. Pass away. Keep this in mind. Pass away means die. And the last word of today's last word is leading. Leading means just to just if I say that he is working in a leading company, or he's a leading singer of the country, that means he is a top singer, is the best singer. Leading means first rate or best or top singer. So I hope that you will practice these new words, and I think some of you may know some of these words. Whatever it is, practice these words more and more and make new sentences using these words at home. So hope to discuss some new topic in our next class. So till then, Khuda Hafiz, and stay fine, stay safe, and follow the health regulations, and stay fine. Khuda Hafiz.